This is a wonderful day, ladies and gentlemen. We have some AEW Fight Forever news, and it's not particularly about this game. It's about the future of this game. Are we going to see any new AEW Fight Forever installments added onto it? I don't know, but this article does point to some good stuff. Shout out to Mike Straw Media of Insider Gaming, SEScoops.com. Shout out to them as well, where I'm getting all of this news from. Mike Straw of Insider Gaming reports that sources have told him that decision makers at AEW are strongly considering finding a new development partner moving forward as the future of AEW games hang in the balance. And man, this is such good news. I cannot lie to you guys, because we were left desiring more with AEW Fight Forever. It certainly wasn't the game that we were expecting to get in our hands. There was a lot of hype leading up to it, and it certainly didn't deliver. It under-delivered by a lot. And what we know is that AEW invested over $1 million into this game, and that game did not look anything near $1 million. In fact, I've seen people create a lot more with much less. And AEW Fight Forever just wasn't the game that we all wanted. Now that leaves us wondering, AEW just signed a new TV deal. They got more money in their pocket now. It makes them more profitable. Now, do they go ahead and speak to EA Sports? Do they go on ahead and speak to Warner Bros? Obviously, they already have a close connection with them. Can they make something shake? You know what I'm saying? It's very possible that we could see in the near future a AEW video game made by EA. We definitely don't want a TNA Impact one and done type of deal. We want more. And AEW has a lot of potential to make something happen. And I really want them to make something happen, because as a WWE 2K fan, I like seeing them push to their limits. I like seeing them push to do better for the community. So when it comes down to this, man, I am excited to see what's in store for this game. I think that there's a lot to be desired, and I think that this is probably the perfect time. The TV deal was signed, and again, it doesn't really correlate as much because it's a TV deal, but that's more money in AEW's pocket. Now they can do stuff. They can do more things, presentation, everything. The video game really needs, a boost. I think that video games for these companies, especially with how big that market is, I think it's a no-brainer to dabble in there and go again. People were willing to support AEW Fight Forever. Some weren't, but a lot of people are still, on the boat of this game could be really, really good. And we know that AEW bought the engine. So that basically means that they could give that engine to somebody like EA Sports, who may not have an engine for wrestling games, keep that engine and just add different modes and add their own little sauce to it. Now, with another company that they choose that's not Jukes, they are probably going to prioritize microtransactions a bit more. But honestly, to us people that played AEW Fight Forever, that really wouldn't make that big of a difference at this point, because season passes were actually immensely overpriced when it came to AEW Fight Forever. It just was $30 for 3 wrestlers was just legit insane. When you go on WWE 2K24, you can get 5 wrestlers for just $9.99. So personally, man, I do think that we need to look at it from that side and everything like that, because right now, I don't know, a lot of people say no, not EA Sports. Honestly, I think EA Sports is the only company right now with that market and the money that they have that can give 2K a run for their money, and I would love to see it. Another wrestling game, bro, would be huge. It would be something to talk about every year, and they can bring it into that October release window instead of that June release window, because now you have 2K coming down to a end, and then you have AEW Fight Forever going up. I mean, bro, hey, it can be a very, very good thing for gamers, wrestling fans, and I'm really looking forward to it. Now, here on the article, it also says the promotion wants to see where else they can go with their games. Their original deal with Jukes called for 1 year of post-launch content, which included 4 season passes that added wrestlers, moves, game modes, and venues. Sources told the media outlet that the primary focus is on the gaming future as a whole, and everything is on the table regarding the future. The two sides reportedly butted heads before the game was released, including problems with AEW EVP Kenny Omega, who was at the point of hating working with Jukes, quote unquote. So we all know that Kenny Omega was not thrilled about Jukes, and the fact that it's part of this article, it's not even surprising to me. It is definitely a big thing. Kenny Omega, I believe that he had a vision for that game and Jukes wasn't trying to follow suit. The only thing that I do have to say about that is those mini games, I don't know whose idea that was, but that was a horrible idea, being that it probably got the worst play out of anything. I just think that Kenny had one view and Jukes had another view. And again, Jukes are experienced. They know the wrestling product. They know how to create the product. And obviously you saw that with gameplay. I think the gameplay mechanics were actually pretty good when it came down to AEW Fight Forever. It's just little things here and there, like the cheesiness with the sweep kicks and just doing different things that just exploit the game that had to be fixed, aside from also adding a mode or two that can hook people into, you know, playing this game. Like when I first picked up the game and I played it, I had tons of fun with the game, but the number one issue is that there was no content to keep me coming back and playing the game. And I think that a lot of us, you know, we want that, especially when playing a video game, to keep our retention, keep track, you know, of the game. But yeah, man, we're gonna see where this goes. I think that this could be something very good. AEW Fight Forever also had a report that they felt rushed, you know, coming towards the end. So that's part of the reason why the game wasn't how it was. But bro, I don't think there was no saving that game in terms of content. I mean, what could have you done in one, you know, in a couple more months that you didn't do while developing the game, you know? And I'm not no game developer and I'm not trashing them, but like, let's be honest, you know what I'm saying? I don't think there was anything that you guys were going to add that was going to make a huge difference. I mean, you guys had post-launch content. You guys added, you know, beat the elite mode, which wasn't really all that. I mean, I could go on and on about it. But before we get out of here, man, WWE 2K, on the other hand, is teasing a October 16th release again of something, an update, new character, something. It's obviously has to do with Uncle Howdy, as they put a rocking chair next to this new tweet. And it was also teased by Lexi, who I believe runs the 2K page on the back end as well. So something we got to be on the lookout for, y'all. I think that this could be something cool too for the wrestling gaming community. I think that we've all been waiting on something, you know, that's going to keep our minds and minds occupied. And this is one of those things, man. I hope that we can all come back to the game. I hope that it is no My Faction BS, because we don't want none of that, and we just want to have fun. I just want to get on the game. I want my attention to be grasped and, you know, have fun with all of this, man. I think that this is a good thing, and I hope that they continue doing things like this. I just hope that they're not getting us all hyped and anticipating for something that's not going to pay off in the end. And that's just one of my biggest things. And this is not just a 2K thing. This is a Madden thing. This is everybody thing, man. They love doing that stuff where it just doesn't really, you know, cook. It just, they anticipate it, they get us hyped, and then the hype goes to a new low. So I don't know, y'all. I definitely got some things really cooking for y'all very soon, man. But nonetheless, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe if you guys did enjoy this video. Let me know how you guys feel about that AEW Fight Forever news and what you think is coming for the WWE 2K24 on October 16th. This is definitely something that we're going to have to continue talking about, y'all, but I'm going to catch y'all. Peace.